So, good evening, Sarah. Welcome to 90 plus double power tuition, world's first learning assurance model. So, Sarah, can you please turn on your camera, Sarah? Hello, Sarah. So, let me introduce one more time how a 90 plus double power tuition works. Okay, how are you, Sarah?
Fine, ma'am.
Have you gone to the topics which we discussed on Saturday?
Yes, ma'am.
You're doubtful.
Mhm.
oh,
I mean,
sorry. Yeah, tell me. Is it? Sorry, just unmute and yes, tell me.
no, I was saying this chapter was a little confusing for me. I
Oh,
saw, like, I was messing up with chemicals and the thing portions we were learning about.
okay, fine. So, I'll tell you once again how 90 plus double power tuition works. So, in day one, let us on Saturday, you had say like we had discussed about the concept, had taken a very small topic, right? So on base of that, what all things we had discussed, on based on them, I'll be asking you the question. So you had to study only a very small topic. Say last class we had discussed only a very small topic. So based on that, we'll be asking you the question, and also we'll be doing some like extra questions also. So that is the aim of workout session. So like on based on that single topic, you will be like doing more questions, which helps you to increase your confidence. Okay. Yes, Arish. How are you, Arish? Hi, Arish. Can you please turn on
I'm
your
fine,
camera,
ma'am.
Arish? Yes, please turn on your camera. Yes, Arish. Okay. Yes. Whether you're having exam, not no, your exam is on next week. No, yes, Arish, tell me.
No, ma'am. Tomorrow is my last exam.
Oh, tomorrow is your last exam. Which exam for you tomorrow,
English.
Arish?
English.
Which one?
Science. English. Science is today.
Science. How was your science exam?
Science was really 10 questions.
Only 10 questions for your exam. Okay, which contains like some mix of multiple choice or short answer, long answer, all those things
Yes.
will be there. Okay. So by tomorrow, your all exams are over. So happy about it. That also tomorrow, since last exam is English, usually students have a tendency like, okay, it's English. Everyone can score good marks. Yes, what about Sarah? You're having exam? When is your exam, Sarah?
Mine is already over, ma'am.
Already over. Okay,
Now
so
my
you're not having.
vacations are starting. Summer
Oh,
vacation and
okay, you have summer. So you're now in your vacation. Okay. Okay, fine. So, okay, sorry, Sarah. Unmute, please unmute.
no, I was saying it will start on June 11th only.
Okay, on June 11th only your vacation will start. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So, yes. Hi, Judith. Hello, Judith. Hello. Hi, Judith.
Hi.
Am I audible to you, Judith?
Yes.
Please turn on your camera. Yeah. Okay. How are you, Judith? You were saying you're having some social exam on that day, right?
Yeah.
On Saturday or Sunday. So, how was your social exam?
It was easy.
It was easy. Okay. So when your exam will get over, Judith?
18.
18th. Okay. So like everyone is having different time for the vacation, right? For Zara, it was like on 11th. Aryan, like everyone is having different times for vacation, summer vacation. Okay. So we today, as all of you know, today it's a workout. So, we'll be discussing questions. So, before discussing the questions, what we'll be doing is we'll be just recapping what all things we have studied in last class. Yes. So, do you remember what all things we had studied in the last class? All three of you. Yes, Sarah. What we had studied in the last class, Sarah? No. Hello, Sarah. Judith?
Like the reaction.
Physical and chemical changes.
Reaction.
The,
Ah,
yeah.
yes, we had studied about physical and chemical changes, right? We had studied about differences between physical and chemical changes. This is the main thing we had studied in the last class, right? Yes, Sarah, you got stuck at that moment, Sarah. Can you say now?
What, ma'am?
Yes, I had asked what all things we had discussed in the last class. So since you got stuck, I asked you, Judith. So yes, we had discussed about what physical and chemical changes, right? And then what all things we had discussed, Aryansh?
Physical changes we learned. We did examples. Chemical changes we did observations.
Ah, like what is meant by this physical and chemical changes?
Physical changes are
Ah,
Physical changes are the changes which are generally reversible and do not form a new compound or a new substance. While
okay, yes, very good, Aryansh. So as our Aryansh told, in physical change, usually they are generally we can say they are reversible in nature, and here no new substance will be formed in a physical change. Whereas in chemical change, what is happening? In chemical change, they are irreversible in nature because we are getting a new product will be formed during a chemical change. That is what about the physical and chemical changes. So in that, we are also studying what all are the other observation we can see when a chemical change has taken place. That is the next thing we had studied in this in the last class, right? Judith, do you remember what all are the other observation we can see that a chemical change has taken place?
through smell and
Yes, because of the smell, by checking its smell, then
color.
color change. Yes, very good.
Um,
Yes, as Judith told, based on its change in color, then order. What all other things are there, Sarah? Hello, Sarah. Yes.
Ma'am, can you repeat it once more?
Yes, I think you're having like last class also you are having some network issue, right? Okay,
Yes,
Sarah,
ma'am.
my
Still I
question
have
was
it's because it's the week.
okay, fine. So, Zara, like we had discussed, right? Other than forming a new product, how can we say that the chemical change has taken place? So, Judith told by based on change in color, order, and all. Other than that, do you remember any other points, Zara?
On the property of the substances.
From that we already studied, right? In chemical change, chemical properties will be changed, right? That's why we are getting a new product. Other than that, we had studied something, right? By that, we can understand that a chemical change has taken place. What are those?
Mm,
So, others, if you know, you can give me the answer in the chat box. Okay, when I'm asking to someone, if others know the answer, you can give me the answer in the chat box.
it
Yes,
has
Sarah.
a chemical has one or more formed gas formed.
Ah, yes, formation of gas. Yes, evolution release of gas is also one like observation that like a chemical reaction has taken place. Yes, very good, Sarah. Yes, Orange.
Color, smell, state, compound, and then combustion.
Oh, that is like a combustion. We can say a release of heat or absorption or release of heat
Yeah.
energy. Yes, very good. A release of heat, absorption, heat, light, and all. We can say a chemical reaction has taken place. Then sound. When an explosion occurs, what you can hear. So based upon that sound, also we can say that a chemical reaction has taken place. So these are the things we had discussed in the last class about the physical and chemical changes. So here you need to understand this. Then only you can solve. If I give you a example, like a something like here, one example is it the photosynthesis or respiration? Is it a physical or chemical digestion? which change is taking place over there. If you get such question, you can only solve if you know what is the differences between physical and chemical changes. Okay, clear? So physical changes means only physical properties are changing. Here we are not getting any new substance. Whereas in chemical changes, chemical composition is changing. So what happens? A new product will be formed during a chemical change. Clear? So that is all about the physical and chemical changes and its properties. So now can we go to do questions? I hope now you're ready to do the questions. Yes, Arish is very ready to do the question. So these are some of the questions. We have like many questions. Like these are some of the questions. Okay. So everyone, so better please take a what we say a separate notebook for these questions. So because we will be like giving more questions, so better if you're like taken down in a separate notebook, it will be well and good for you. So the everyone, please read these questions. I'll be like calling one by one for getting the answer. So I'll give you some like a 1 minute of time for reading these questions. So everyone, please read these questions. Yes. So, can we discuss the first question? So, why is rusting considered a chemical change and not a physical change? That's the first question. Yes, Aryansh has raised a hand. Yes, Aryansh, tell me.
Rusting is considered a chemical change and not a physical change because there is a new substance formed and it's followed by observations like change in color and then
Yes.
irreversible.
Yes, very good. So here, resting we consider as a chemical change. What happens during resting? This iron, it will be reacting with what? Moist air, right? So that means oxygen and water and forms what? It forms iron oxide. The rest will be formed. So the rest means which is a new substance is formed. So its rest, its properties of this rest and iron, it is like fully it will be different. That's why we are calling it as a chemical change, not as what a physical change. Clear? Yes, Nelly. Hello, Nelly. Am I audible to you, Nelly?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Nelly, can you please turn on your camera, Nelly? Yes, I see like during every classes you are like switching off the camera. Please turn on your camera, Nelly.
My camera doesn't work.
Okay. Whether you had informed this to your class teacher,
Huh?
whether you had informed that your camera is not working to your class teacher.
Yeah, I have.
Okay. So the next question, if ice melts into water and then refreezes, is it a reversible or irreversible change? Justify your answer. Judith.
It is reverse. It is a reversible change because the melted water can be changed back to ice by cooling.
Yes, very good. So here, if ice melts into water, then refreezes. So what happened? It is actually what? It is a reversible change, right? Because water, we can again change back into what? Ice by putting it in a freezer itself, right? By cooling. So that's why we call it as a reversible change. Clear? Next question. Compare tearing paper and burning paper in terms of physical and chemical changes. Zero. Tearing
Yes,
paper and burning paper. Compare tearing paper and burning paper in terms of physical and chemical changes. Others, you can give me the answer in the chat box. Yes, Sarah.
Mm,
Compare both in terms of what? In terms of physical and chemical changes. That's the question. Tearing paper. Think about tearing paper. Which type of change is it?
Tearing paper is a physical change.
Yes, why call it as a physical change?
Because in physical change, you just tear it up. You don't get I don't know how to say that.
What happens in a physical change, Sarah?
In a physical change, there could be difference in size.
Yes, only physical properties, right? Size, shape, all are changing, right?
Smell,
And what is another
yes.
property we had studied in a physical change? When you tear a paper, are you getting a new product, Sarah?
Why you tear
Ah.
paper? No.
No, right? No
Yes.
new product is formed during a tearing. That's why tearing of paper is what's a physical change. What about burning of paper, Sarah?
It's a chemical change because
Why
when you
it?
burn, when you
Yes.
burn paper, at last you will get something like ash. You might get ash.
Yes. So when you burn a paper, like it's like you're getting a new substance, right? Like it's
Yes.
like ash will be formed. So for this ash, like and a paper, its chemical properties, everything, we are getting a new product, right? So since we are getting a new product, like a all those carbon dioxide, everything will be formed. That's why we are calling burning of paper as a chemical change and tearing paper as what? It's a physical change. Clear? Yes, Aryansh. Next, Nelly. Next question for you, Nelly. A student claims that breaking glass is a chemical change because the shape is permanently altered. Do you agree? Why or why not? Yes, Nelly.
Claims.
Sorry.
Yes, I agree.
So you're saying this breaking of glass is a chemical change?
Yeah.
So, what is a chemical change, Nelly?
Like,
What's a chemical change?
sorry?
What is meant by a chemical change?
Oh,
If you get a question like, what is a chemical change? What will be your answer, Nelly?
for me, I think is it when atoms, like, when atoms in one or more starting substances are arranged to form new substances?
You don't need to say in terms of atoms and all this. Just tell me what is a chemical? What happens during a chemical change? We had studied like many properties. What do you told is
Like, it's like when one or more substance transfer into a new one.
that means you're saying me that, okay, yes. What you told is correct. During a chemical reactions, like one or more substances react together and we'll be getting a new product we'll be getting. That is true. So here what about as our Nelly told, we are getting a new product. So how can we agree with this, Nelly? Here the question was what? When you break a glass, whether you are getting a new product then Nelly?
Sorry?
you told like during when I asked you a definition of chemical change, you told me that during a chemical change, one or more substances react together and we are getting a new product we are getting. Okay, fine. The chemical reaction, this is what we call it, it's a chemical reaction. So, Nelly, when you break a glass, you told like it's a chemical change. You agree to that when you break a glass, it's a chemical change. So, when you
Yeah.
break a glass, are you getting a new product, Nelly?
I think not. Is it? No,
Yes.
you can't make one. You have to like replace it. You have to get another one.
So here, like, is it replace or nothing? Here, my question is, so whether you agree that the breaking of glass is a chemical change? That's my question.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. I nearly told breaking of glass is a chemical change. What about you, Judith?
It's not a chemical change because only the size is changing.
Yes, very good. Yes, very good, Judith. So here, this breaking of glass, yes, our Aryan also told that it's not a chemical change, right? Because when we break a glass, what happened? It's actually a physical change. We are not getting a new product. It's only its shape or size is changing, right? The chemical composition of what? Chemical composition of the glass and also a piece of glass, it's same. No change in chemical property. If you take a small pieces of this glass and normal glass. So what happens? Properties, everything is same. No change in chemical composition. So that's why we can say that the breaking of glass is what? It's not a chemical change. It's just a physical change. Clear? So if anyone is having any doubts in the questions which we are discussing, please ask that moment itself. Okay. So here are your next questions. So everyone, please read these questions. So now we'll start with our Sarah. Sarah, what is a physical change and give examples of physical change?
Physical changes can be in size, shape.
Okay. Change in size, shape and all. Okay.
And other property of substance.
What are other properties of substance?
Like solid to liquid as an object.
That means only the physical properties are changing, right? So change, and here no new substance will be formed. So if you get a question like what's a physical change, means a change in which no new substance will be formed during this reaction. It's a change that is called as a physical change. Clear? So some of the examples, yes, Zara, what are some of the examples of this physical change?
Mm,
Any examples you can say. Any two examples you tell.
Tearing paper.
Okay, very good. Tearing of paper is actually a physical change then. Tearing of paper. Then like just now when we discussed one question, last question, where told it's a physical change, right? Like a breaking of glass, melting of ice, boiling of water. All are examples of what physical change. Okay. Yes. Nelly, what is a chemical change and can you give some examples of the chemical change, Nelly? Yes, Nelly. Yes, Nelly. Yes, Nelly.
Mm,
What is the second question? Next question, the sixth question. What is a chemical change? Give examples. Yes. Yes, Nelly. Do you know the answer, Nelly? Hello.
Uh,
Hmm. Yes. Yes, Aryansh.
Chemical changes are the changes in which a new substance is formed. Example like burning of a candle, burning of a paper. And these chemical changes are followed by observations like
Observation, like I'll ask you next. So, chemical change is what? A change in which one or more new substance will be formed with different chemical properties, right? That's called as a chemical change. Like examples, as Arish told, like a burning of paper, burning of wood, then rusting of iron, then curdling of milk, digestion of food. These are some of the examples of what examples of chemical change. Clear? Yes. Next to Judith. In addition to a new product formation, what are the possible observations accompanied by chemical reaction?
Change in color,
Yes, change in color,
then in change in odor,
change in
um,
odor,
then size,
size is a physical property, right?
then
Change in color, change in order, then
color, then,
no, it's coming. Okay, fine. Sarah, Judith told change in color, then change in order. Order. What are the other observations you can see that during a chemical reaction? Yes,
Mm,
Anna? Hmm. Yes. You don't remember any observation just now, and when we do the recapping, also I had told some, like told all the observations, right?
at last you will get uh,
Hmm.
not like physical changes in chemical changes. At last you'll get substance or may like
That is what other than formation of new product, what are other possible observations which takes place during a chemical reaction? Yes, I think now Judith remembers the observation. Yes, Sarah, just think, okay, Sarah. Yes, Judith.
heat and light.
Yes, absorption or release of heat, then formation of light, then what are the other observations you can see in a chemical reaction?
Uh,
Okay, last one, Aryan.
ma'am shape.
Hello, Aryan. Shape?
Yes, ma'am. Observation.
What is it, like change in shape, size, and all for the physical property, physical change, right?
Ma'am, what?
Like here, the seventh question. Is it like change in color, change in order, absorption, or release of heat, then formation of light? Other than that, what all observations are there, Arinsh?
Uh, mm,
Hmm.
Ma'am, can I think and give after some time?
Yes, yes. Only if you can think and give me the answer. Zera, Judith, Arinsh, Nelly. Yes, Nelly, do you know the answer, Nelly? Hello, Nelly.
No, ma'am.
No. Whether you had gone through, studied what all things we had discussed in last class, Nelly?
I didn't get the. I wasn't there in the concept class and
Like you were there in the concept class.
Ma'am,
I
Arvind.
still remember.
I was.
Yes. On Saturday's class, if you ask to Aryansh, he will be saying. Aryansh, Nelly was there in our class, right?
Ma'am,
Aryansh?
he joined late.
Yes, if that is no excuse that you are not there in the class, okay, Nelly? Because we are providing you the recordings also.
But
Right.
ma'am, he missed the explanation of
Yes, Nelly.
I think I joined very late because I don't remember anything.
Like if you joined late, like we are giving you the recordings, right? So please,
But I didn't
like
get
watch. Yes, Nelly.
I didn't get the recordings.
Then, please ask your class teacher because every time we are giving, we are providing you the recordings, right? So, like, without attending the concept or if without watching the recordings, if you come to this workout session, what's the use? Because if you don't know this about the concept and if you see some many questions, it will be like very difficult for you, right? So, like, it's just like a waste of time, we can say. So, your time is precious. So, like, each and everyone's time is precious, right? So, please study and come for a workout session, okay? If you are absent on some class, please take the recordings from your class teacher. She will give you the recordings, okay? Yes, Arish, do you get the answer, Arish? Yes, our Judith got the answer. Yes. Yes, it is what sound and evolution of gas, right? Yes, very good, Judith. The sound during explosion of crackers and all. What you can see here, you can get a sound, right? And evolution of gas. These are the other observations. Yes, very good, Judith. So next, eighth question. Give an example for each possible observations of chemical change in addition to new product. That is like these are the different observations, right? So for these observations, can you give one example for each? That's a question. So for each one can give one example. Zera, change in color. Can you give an example for the change in color? Change in color. We had studied, I had shown you one figure also. Do you remember any examples? No? Yes, Aryansh. Yes, Aryansh. Can you give an example for the change in color?
ma'am, rusting or oxidization of iron to copper.
Yes, very good. Resting of Aryansh, please turn on your camera, okay, Aryansh? So, yes, as our Aryansh told, resting of iron. I told, right, resting of iron, you can see a color change. From brown, color change, formation of rest, in the iron nails and all. If you put in copper sulfate solution, there also you can see a color change. Or resting, iron nails, when it rest, you can see a brown deposit over there, right? This all an example for the change in color. And another example, as we told, like copper. Copper, when it get exposed to air, water, and all, you can see a green coating will be formed on it. That's also gives also give an example for a change in color. Yes, Sarah.
Ma'am, are there any other example for other than like iron rusting? Like I knew this answer, but I was not sure if it is like changing in color and so.
Yes.
So is there
We
any
had
other
given
example?
Yes, we are given one more example, a change in color, like a cutting of apple. When you cut an apple, we can see a color change. You can observe it changed into brown, right? Why there is such color change has occurred for this apple? It is due to the oxidation. That means a chemical change has taken place. Clear, Sarah?
Yes.
Okay. Next one, only change in color we had discussed. Exam. What about order? Okay. Yes, Aryansh. Judith?
Baking soda plus vinegar.
Okay, baking soda plus vinegar.
Wait,
Formation.
wait. Order.
Order, smell.
Rotting of eggs. Egg.
Yes,
Rot.
spoiling of food items. It gives a bad rotting of egg. Yes, that's an example for what about the order. Yes, very good. Next one, heat, light, and all. Orange.
Ma'am, burning of campfire, we can say, and then photosynthesis.
Yes, very good. Burning of like a burning of wood or burning of magnesium. Then photosynthesis. There also like release absorption of energy is taking place. Yes, very good. Next one, sound. Nelly, do you remember an example for the sound? Yes, Nelly. Hello, Nelly. Zara. Yes, Zara. Hmm. For on sound.
Yes.
Sound.
Next one.
Yes, Nelly, do you know Sarah thing? Okay, Sarah, Nelly, do you know one example for the like a chain, like a for evolution of production of sound? Yes, Sarah.
Ma'am, when you mix uh, popping sounds like when you mix baking soda with with vinegar.
When you mix baking vinegar and baking soda, whether it gives a popping sound.
It's a fizzing sound, right?
Oh, fizzing sound, it is evolution of it, like any gas, it gives a fizz sound, right? So like
Ma'am, fireworks.
That is a simple example for the formation of sound, right? Fireworks. We are doing explosion of fire, it gives a sound. That's why that means an explosion. That is a chemical reactions taking place. Then evolution of gas, orange.
Ma'am, baking soda plus vinegar.
Yes, baking soda and vinegar, it's an example for the evolution of gas. Yes, very good. So next one, differentiate between physical and chemical changes. It's a very important questions from this chapter. Okay, differentiate between physical and chemical changes. Yes, Judith, give an difference between physical and chemical changes, Judith.
Physical change are reversible, and then
Okay, physical, chemical, physical change, it is reversible. Chemical.
it's not reversible.
Yes, chemical changes are irreversible in nature. Yes, very good. Zera, another difference between physical and chemical changes?
Mm,
You- Ah,
I can't give the same, right?
no, you cannot give the same thing. But other than this, we had studied like if when I asked you a question like what is a physical change, you had given me the definition for it.
The changes between size, shape, and smell.
Ah, yes, in physical change, what is changing? Only the physical properties are changing in a physical change, right? What about in chemical change?
In chemical change, it forms a new substance, a product.
Ah, yes. Yes. Okay. That we can give it as yes. In okay, yes. Sarah, if we like since we are in physical change, only its physical properties are changing, right? That me and in chemical change, its chemical composition is changed in a chemical change. Next, orange. Next difference between physical and chemical change.
Physical changes.
Mm.
Physical changes. Example.
Okay, give an example.
Example, physical changes, melting of a candle, and chemical changes, burning of a candle.
Okay. So physical change, melting of candle, then chemical change, what burning of candle is what our orange too. Okay. Next we can say in physical change, what no new product is formed in a physical change, right? In physical change, no new product is formed. Whereas in chemical change, what happens? New product will be formed in a chemical change. So these are the differences between what physical and chemical changes. Clear to all of you? Yes. Now, yes, Aryansh, tell me.
Ma'am, I have one more for differentiation.
Okay, tell me.
Physical changes, there is only change in size, shape, and physical properties
Ah,
like state, and chemical changes there
that is,
in shape, sound, radiation, heat, and
okay.
like.
Yes, that already Sarah told, like physical changes, physical properties are changing, right? So these are the differences between what physical and chemical changes. Clear? Next question. So next we'll solve some multiple choice. We'll solve different types of question. Otherwise, like will be like. So next question. Which of the following is a physical change? So since this is a multiple choice question, I think all of you can give me the answer on the chat box. Which of the following is a physical change? Yes, Aryan Shah has given the answer. What about, yes, Judith has given the answer. Sarah, Nelly, Nelly had written something. What is this, Nelly? Here, like doing coding in chat box. Yes, Nelly, was your answer, Nelly? Sarah, give the answer, Sarah. Yes, Nelly. Do you know the answer for this question? Yes, very good, Sarah. Yes, Nelly. Which of the following is a physical change? That's the question. Do you know
Melting,
the answer? Ah,
melting.
yes, very good. Melting of ice is a physical change. Why you call it as a physical change, Nelly?
Changes.
Sorry? Yes, please unmute and give me the answer. Why you are saying that that melting of ice is a physical change?
I said because you can't reverse it, like, and yeah, I only said because it's melting. That's why.
We can reverse it, right? Like melting of ice. That's why we are calling it as a physical change, right? Physical change is generally what they are reversible in nature. So that's why since and no new product is formed, we are calling it as what? We are calling it as a physical change. Melting of ice is the option C is the right answer. Yes, very good. Next question. When magnesium ribbon burns in air, it forms magnesium oxide. This is a what? So everyone use the chat box. When magnesium ribbon burns in air, it forms magnesium oxide. This is what? Is it a physical change only, chemical change only? Both physical and chemical changes. Neither physical nor chemical change. Yes, very good. Arish, what about Judith? Zara? Yes, very good. Judith. Sarah? Nelly, what's your answer? Nelly, you can give me the answer in the chat box. Yes, Zara? Yes, Zara.
Ma'am, I don't know this question.
Like, what is it to
I don't
know this
understand.
question? Like,
Like, I
we are
don't
burning.
understand.
Okay, so think once, Zara, when you get a question like burning of anything, what happens when you burn anything here? When you burn this magnesium oxide, if instead of this magnesium ribbon, if you get up when you burn paper. So when you burn something, what you're getting, we are getting a new product, right? We are when you burn paper or wood, we are getting ash. So a new product will be formed. In here, it is specifically given as this magnesium ribbon. So when we burn this magnesium ribbon, we can see a new product, a white powder will be formed when we burn this magnesium ribbon. It is called as magnesium oxide. So when I told this much, what will be the answer, Zera? Burning of
It will
anything.
be
We are
a
getting it will be
physical
a
change.
like we have studied physical change. We won't get a new product, right? Here we are getting a new product, that is a magnesium oxide. So in which change a new product will be formed?
It's a chemical change.
So it's a chemical change. In physical change, we won't get a new product. We can here also magnesium. So burning of anything, we can call it as what? It's a chemical change. So whether if we are done this activity in experiment in your lab, you can see when you burn this magnesium ribbon, it gives a heat and a dazzling white flame, everything. So here evolution of like heat is produced, a release of heat, then formation of light. Those all actually gives an idea that of what happened. It's a chemical change. Option B is the right answer. Yeah. Next question. Which of the following changes is irreversible? Changes is irreversible. Only the yes. Only that is the answer. Actually, I'll give you a hint. Two answers are there. Yes, Arish has given. Judith has given only one option. Yes, Sarah. I've given you a hint that there are two options. Yes, Nelly, what's your answer, Nelly? Which is irreversible. We cannot reverse it back. Yes, which of the following changes is irreversible? That means we cannot reverse it back. That's a question. Which is here the option is irreversible, Nelly.
Papers.
Sorry?
Is it burning papers?
Yeah, burning of paper we can call it's a chemical change and it is irreversible in nature. Cutting of wood is also irreversible, right? Here, even though no new product is not formed, but we cannot, after cutting a wood, we cannot make it in a log of wood, right? So it is what? It is a irreversible change, but it is like physical and irreversible. That's only the difference. So, like dissolving sugar in water, we can actually reverse it back, okay? So this is not the answer. Freezing of water into ice also by just putting it in the by just keeping it in outside become melt into water. Again, the water when we keep it in the freezer, it becomes ice. So it is like it's a reversible change. But cutting of wood into pieces, after cutting into pieces, we cannot reverse it back. And burning of paper. When we burn, what happens? It gives ash. So it is like a new product is formed and we cannot reverse it back. So it's a chemical and a reversible change. Clear? Next question. Which statement best explain why resting is a chemical change? Read the options properly and give the answer. Yes, very good, Arish. Yes, very good, Judith. What about others? Is it? What about Nelly? Yes. Now your answer is correct. Nelly? Since Nelly is not giving me the answer in the chat box, I'm yes, Nelly. What's the answer, Nelly?
Which statement best explains why rusting is a chemical change? It changes the shape of the art. It produces new substance between B.
Okay, very good. Option B is the right answer, right? So here explain why resting is a chemical change. That's the question, right? So here, which explains the change shape of the iron. It's asked about the chemical change. So during a chemical change, what will be produced? A new substance will be produced with different chemical properties. So option B is the right answer. Next, we'll solve some assertion and reasoning questions. Okay, here we'll be solving all type of questions. So you should be so you should not tell after the exam, right? Since we got assertion and reasoning, we lose mark. So such excuses I should not get. Okay, yes. So assertion: melting of ice is a physical change. Reason: no new substance is formed during melting. Is it both assertion, reason, true, and R is the correct explanation of A? Assertion true and R is not the correct explanation of A. A is true, but R is false. A is false, but R is true. Yes, Judith and Aryansh has given the answer. What about Zara, Nelly? Nelly, please use the chat box, okay? Yes, Sarah. What's your answer, Sarah?
Both A and R true, and R is the correct explanation of A.
Yes, very good, Sarah. We are lacking some confidence. Your answer is correct. After doing these many questions, I should see your confidence. Okay. Yes. So here option A is the right answer because we know when we melt an ice, melting of ice is what it's just a physical change. It's just a physical properties are changing. So the assertion is true. Reason: no new substance is formed during melting. So the reason is also true, and it's also correct explanation. Since no new substance is formed, what is that? It is a physical change. So as option A is the right answer. Next question. Assertion: rusting of iron is a chemical change. Reason: rusting produces a new substance with different chemical properties from iron. Yes, very good, Aryansh. Yes, Judith, Zara, Nelly. Yes, Aryansh, tell me the answer, Aryan. Yes, very good, Judith.
Answer is A. Can I go and drink water and come?
Okay. Yes. Yes, Judith has given the answer. Nelly, what's the answer, Nelly? Hello, Nelly. Hello. So, yes. Yes, Nelly. Tell me the answer, Nelly.
Rusting is a chemical change.
Huh?
Rusting of iron is a chemical change. Reason: rusting produces a new substance with different from iron. Ma'am, I'm not sure which one.
Okay, if it is wrong, also no issues. Please tell your answer, Nelly.
Is it B?
Said B. Okay, let's check. Yes, what about you, Sarah? Hmm.
Rusting
Is
the
it
iron
answer?
is a chemical change. Both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A.
Yes,
Ma'am,
very good. Yes, yes. Just one
ma'am,
minute.
sometimes when I use my chat, it's not working. It's like lagging.
So, okay, maybe because you are having network issue. Okay, fine. Yeah. Okay, so resting of iron is why it's a chemical change. So here, reset. So the assertion is true. Reason given as resting produce a new substance with with the properties different from iron. That is also what that's also true. So here the assertion is true, reason is true, and R is the correct explanation for assertion. So option A is the right answer. Next, assertion and reasoning. Read the question. Cutting wood into pieces is a physical change. Reason, the chemical composition of wood remains the same. Yes, Judith. Give me the explanation also, Judith. Yes. Yes, Judith. Yes. Yes, tell me. Yes, Aryan, your answer is correct. Yes, read this assertion and reasoning. Ah,
Both the option A.
why you say it's option A? There should be a reason, right? If you're saying
Yeah,
it's option
because
A. Because
the size and shape is slowly changing,
yes.
and
Okay.
new substances are formed. Yeah.
Yes, very good. Your answer is correct, Judith. Yes. I don't know why everyone is like very scared I'm giving the answer. Like Arish is not. He's like very cool in our class. Like, but girls, why are you so like stressed out for giving the answer? If it is wrong, also no issues. No, I'm like, no one is going to scold you or nothing else is going to happen here, right? No one is going to judge you. Nothing is there. So if you know the answer, give the answer. That's all. That you should have confident to give the answer. That's all. Okay. If it is wrong, also no issues. We are here. We are here to study, right? So no issues. Right? Don't think like, oh, what that others will think if the what I told is wrong and all. No issues. No one will think. No one know is about like Sarah don't know, Aryan, Sharish don't know, Judith. Only the class we know. Like so, no issues. Like so, here the answer is option A because we know when we cut the wood into pieces, it's just a physical change. Size is changing. Size, shape, it's changing. So it's just what? It's just a physical change. Next reason, the chemical composition of wood remains the same, right? The wood and the species of wood for both the chemical composition is same. So it is option A is the right answer. Next question. Assertion and reasoning. Cooking food is a chemical change. Reason, a new substance with different taste and smell are formed. Yes, very good, Arish. What about others? Yes, very good, Judith. Judith is like very confident to give me the answer in the chat box. When I unmute only, like confidence is decreasing, right, Judith? Yes, Nelly. What's your answer, Nelly? Yes, Nelly.
A?
Yes. So why you say it's A, Nelly? Can I get your explanation?
Cooking is because cooking is a chemical change, and
Sorry?
cooking is a chemical change, and also yeah, R explains. R is the correct explanation.
Okay. Here, when we cook a food, its chemical composition, chemical properties, everything is changing, right? Because new substance when you cook a food, when you are like starting initial, what we are getting, like we are having rice or like if you're cooking something, we'll be having or dosha batter. dosha batter is converting into that dosha. So what happened? Its chemical properties stays, everything. We won't eat the dosha batter, right? So when we make into dosha only, we'll be eating. But just because you're getting a very good taste, all those like so, taste, smell, everything is changing. So it's the option A is the right answer. Assertion and reason are true, and R is the correct explanation of assertion. So now we'll be doing some short answer questions. So a student claims that breaking a choke is a chemical change because the shape is permanently altered. Do you agree or justify your answer? Yes. Now, Judith? Student claims that breaking choke is a chemical change because the shape is permanently altered. Do you agree with it?
No, because only the shape when the shape and size change, it's a
Yes.
physical change.
Yes, yes. When you break a chalk, what is happening? Only its physical properties, like its size, shape, it is changing, right? The chemical composition remains what remains the same itself. No change in the chemical composition. We are not getting any new product when we just break a chalk. That's why we are calling it as what calling it as a physical change, not a chemical change. Clear? Next question. Why is it important to understand physical and chemical changes when dealing with food preservations and methods? So, Aryansh, you can tell about the physical change. Why is it important to understand about the physical changes when you not food, you become a food scientist? So you're working on this food and all. So why is it important to know about the physical changes and all, Aryansh?
Because if we don't know physical and chemical changes while dealing with food preservation methods,
Hmm.
like we won't understand that is it a chemical change or a physical change while preserving the food. Example,
Yes.
example we are putting the food in the freezer. So now
Yes.
that will be a physical change. But
Yes.
then after when we are now removing it from the freezer to use it, now
Hmm.
we are heating it to eat. So that's
Okay.
chemical change. So we should be
Yes.
aware of it.
Okay, very good. So, as Arish told, on based upon the physical change, why is it physical? As he told, when you put in the freezer, refrigeration as well, contains freezing. Then what happened? It actually helps to remove that water content. Everything will be removed when you are keeping in a deep freezer and all, freezing it. So, what happened? It helps to reduce the it actually a spoilage of food in a low temperature. What happens, the microorganisms cannot grow. That's why we are putting this for food in the freezer, like because during the low temperature the spoilage of food can be reduced. Next, now only the physical change is over, right? Next, half of the question is not over. Why it's important to understand chemical changes when dealing with food preservation and method. Who is ready to give the answer? Sarah, Judith, Nelly? Because since Arish has already given the answer, I want the answer from other three of you. Is it Sarah, Judith, Nelly? Any three of you can give me the answer. Who is ready to give the answer? Just give it a try. Yes, Judith.
To ensure the safety of the food,
What safety of the food?
quality, like quality,
Hmm.
like when
Like,
we preserve it,
um,
like,
ah,
from preventing from
ah,
rotting and
yes, very good. That is like during a chemical change, like when we do the what we say fermentation. You know what is fermentation, pickling, all those things. So a simple example is, when we do this, when we make pickling and all, we add this vinegar and all. So what's the need of adding this vinegar and all to preserve it? Which helps to, so when we are adding this vinegar, which is the acetic acid, which contains acid, will help us to reduce spoilage. So, like by adding preservatives, which helps to reduce the growth of microorganisms, and increases the shelf life and all, right? So that's why it is very important to know about these physical and chemical changes. Now you understand, right? Why there is a need of studying these physical and chemical changes. It's not just to get the mark and all. When we are studying something, we need to know its application also, right? So that's why. Otherwise, when we ask to some students like, what is this need of studying this? They're like, okay, for getting the mark. It is not. You should not tell me like after attending my class. You should not, if someone asks you what's the need of studying this physical and chemical changes. Then you should not give an answer like, okay, for getting full mark in like science, I'm studying this physical and chemical changes. No, for when we are studying something, you need to know, you need to check behind the application. Then only it will be like much more interesting. When we're studying all these things, physical and chemical changes, it has an application in this food technology field also. So for that, you need to know this about the physical and chemical changes. Like when you go, we told about rusting. For rusting also, it's a different type of chemical change. So you need to know all these things. For that, it has some like chemical applications also. Okay. So can I give you one more question? Some more questions? Not one more question, some more questions. Okay. Yes. So it's a simple question. Like, it feels like by reading the question, like it is like a quite long question, but it's actually a simple question. A blacksmith, a blacksmith, right? A blacksmith heats an iron rod and bends, and he do bends into a tool. Is this a physical or chemical change? And can you explain it? Yes, Zara is ready to give an answer. Yes, Sarah.
Ma'am, to the second question, right?
No, the first question which I read. A blacksmith heats an iron rod and bends into a tool. Is this a physical or a chemical change?
This is a physical change
Why?
because it's the same item and it does not give anything in place a product.
Okay, very good. So when we are like bending and all, what is happening? It is like we are actually molding into different shape, right? So it's not a new product, only its shape, size is changing. So it's actually a physical change. Yes, very good, Sarah. So next question, Arish wants to give one more question, right? So next, ice melts into what? Melts into water and then evaporates into steam. Has any new substances formed? Has any new substance is formed? Can you justify your answer, Aryansh?
No, there is no new substance formed. As ice melted into water and then water evaporated into steam. So there's no the change. There's only a change in state. No, there is no other change in compounds and it's also reversible.
Yes, very good. That means it's just a physical change, right? So I hope everyone got the answer for this question. So here you might think like ice, it is converting into water, water from water it is changing into what steam. So here, but we are not, only its state is changing. Everything it is like water itself, only its state is changing. So no new substances formed during this reaction. It is just what it is just a what we say, it is just a physical changes happen over here. Clear? Next question is to Judith. A silver ornament. If you had used the silver ornaments, you can see it turns black after some time. What type of change is this and why? What type of change is this? Judith. Yes.
It
Hope
is
you
a chemical
understand.
change.
Yeah, okay. Why you are saying it as a chemical change?
Because like
Ah,
it's
why
like a
you are
new
saying?
substance is like formed.
That means a silver when it reacts, what happened? It gives a black color, right? Gray or black color we can. Yes, Nelly. Yeah, yes, black color we'll be getting. Oh, gray color to change to black gray color. So here what is happening?
A chemical change.
That means a new product is formed, right? Changing color is also an observation that a chemical reaction has taken place. Yes, very good. So that's the answer. So your answer is correct. So everyone, please take down these questions, okay? So next, yes, Nelly. Next question is to you, okay, Nelly.
Ma'am, do we have an exam today?
Do you have?
Exam?
No. We don't have any exam today. For that, like you are actually like using the hand raise option for a long time. So next question to you, Nelly. During photosynthesis, you know the photosynthesis process, right? So during photosynthesis, plants prepare food. Plants prepare food. Why is this considered as a chemical change? Why is this considered as a chemical change? That's the question. Yes, Nelly?
Now, can you say it again? The question?
During photosynthesis, plants prepare food. Why is this considered as a chemical change?
Oh, like, why is it what? Why is it considered?
As a chemical change.
Is it because like it rearranges the atoms?
Like here in this chapter, we didn't say anything about atoms and all. You just say about in a simpler words. Can you explain this?
Like using sunlight as energy, the molecules are broken apart and reorganized.
Okay, fine. So here, what is happening? A new substance will be formed during this reaction, right? So during photosynthesis, like when plants prepare food, like we know, it produces new substance, glucose, oxygen, all these things will be produced, right? So a new product is formed. That's why we are considering it as what? Considering it as a chemical change. Clear to everyone? So next, if you get a question like What observations can you show what observations show that burning magnesium ribbon is a chemical change? Yes, Aryansh is ready to give the answer. Yes, Aryansh.
Ma'am, the observation that shows that burning magnesium ribbon is a chemical change is that when we burn magnesium ribbon, magnesium is released through a fire, so it reacts with oxygen, so it makes magnesium oxide.
Okay,
Which,
new product is formed. Okay,
yeah,
very good,
this,
Aryansh. As
this is a
Aryansh
chemical
told,
change.
only a new product is as you told, magnesium oxide, new product. Other than that, do you observe any other changes, Aryansh?
Yes, ma'am.
But
There might be there might be a change in smell, like the
oh,
burning smell,
burn.
and then as it might create it can be produced as a fire. Sorry, powder
A
form
flame
also.
with
Powder also. White
that
powder.
is a white
That-
powder, that is new product magnesium oxide you got, right? Other than that, like if you have you seen this experiment, Aryansh?
No, ma'am, I've learned about it.
You only learned about it. Okay, so when next class, if can I give you a video about the burning of magnesium ribbon? So if you, it's actually very nice to see this experiment. So when we burn a magnesium ribbon, actually gives a dark white flame will be produced when we burn this. That's why just say we should not go near when we are burning a magnesium ribbon and all. It gives a dazzling white flame it produced. So we'll be putting goggles and all when you're performing this experiment. So that is one of the observation, gives out light and change in temperature. So these are the other observations you can see when you are burn a magnesium ribbon. Clear? Changing color, new product formation, changing heat and all. Clear to everyone? So next question. This is an application level question. A student leaves an iron nail. It's just the same thing, physical and chemical changes. But since we are discussing different types of questions, you now get an idea. Now you should not confuse with this physical and chemical changes. Okay. A student leaves an iron nail in water for few days. What change will occur and why? Zara?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What? Aryansh? Okay. Aryansh, if you know the answer, give me the answer in the chat box. Just know I asked you, right? Yes. Zara, I hope the question is clear to you. A student leaves an iron nail in water for a few days. What change will occur and why?
It will turn.
What will be the change we'll be observing?
It will turn brown.
Okay, it turns into brown. Okay. So why?
Because of the physical change.
Whether it is changing into brown, is it a physical change, Sarah?
No, it's a chemical change.
Don't get here a change in color is occurring, right? And there's some brown deposit you can see. That means a new product is formed. So because of all these processes, what happening? It's actually a chemical change, right? Clear? It's not a
Yes.
physical change. So, like a change in color or a new product formation, by that we can understand that, or burning of anything. These all actually gives you a hint that's what it's a chemical change. So, it's not a physical change here and all. What is happening? A chemical change is taking place. Okay, clear? Yes. Next question to Judith. So, Judith, why does why does a cut apple turn brown after some time? Brown. Yes, why does a cut apple turns brown? Yes, Judith.
It is a chemical change
Why?
because it's like oxidizing. Like
Ah, yes, due to the
when
oxidation.
when it
Yes, yes, tell
reacts
me
with
the
the
answer.
air.
Yes. When it reacts with the air, what is happening? Oxidation process is happening, right? Since an oxidation process, since it reacts with oxygen, when we cut the apple, since the apple reacts with oxygen, the oxidation is taking place, and what happens? It forms a brown color will be formed. Yes, it's actually a type of change. It's actually a chemical change is taking place. Yes, Nelly. So, Nelly, why cooking of food is considered as a chemical change, Nelly? Yes, Nelly. Hello, Nelly.
Ma'am, I don't know this one.
Sorry,
I don't know this one.
just give it try, Nelly. Why you consider the cooking of food? Cooking of food. You know what is cooking of food, right?
Yeah.
So when we cook a food, what is happening? Why are you telling it as a chemical change has occurred? Zara, why cooking of food is a considered as a chemical change, Zara?
Because
Hmm.
we are turning it into a new product. We bought it and now we're
This
turning it.
yes, yes, very good. Because we are here, we are getting into a new product is form, right? When we cook, we are getting a new product. Since we are getting a new product, we are consider is that consider is that it has a chemical change. Yes, very good. Now, orange. Next question is to you. All reverse, whether you agree with the statements or not, that's a question. All irreversible changes are chemical changes. Do you agree and can you give me the reason?
No, ma'am, I disagree because physical changes can also be irreversible. As example, like cutting of wood. So this is an example of irreversible physical change. And chemical changes are like almost all of them are irreversible.
Hmm.
And physical changes there are some. So it's not
Yes.
like irreversible changes are chemical, and we cannot rely on that information.
Yes, very good. We cannot say like all irreversible changes are chemical changes. We had studied some reversible changes which are physical changes also, right? Like a tearing of paper. When you tear paper into small pieces, what happens? It is an irreversible change. We cannot reverse back into the same paper. But what is happening? But this is not a chemical change. What is it? It's a physical change. But we can say all the chemical changes are mostly what? It is irreversible nature, right? When you burn something, when you bake something, when you cook something, it is getting a new product. So when you get a new product, it is difficult to reverse it back, right? We cannot reverse it back. So it is like what? It is actually all the chemical changes are what? It is irreversible nature. But all irreversible changes we cannot change. There are chemical changes, but because there are some irreversible changes which are physical in nature. Clear? Yes. So Now I'll give you some statements. So you have to say whether it is a physical or chemical. You can use a chat box. Boiling water. For this, like after discussing all these things, I want everyone to give the answer, correct answer for this. Okay, boiling water. Is it a physical or chemical change? Use the chat box. All four of you, Nelly, Judith, Zara, Aryansh. Boiling of water. Quick. Yes, very good. Aryansh, Sarah, Judith, Nelly. Yes, boiling of water is what's a physical change, right? Then burning of LPG. Burning of LPG. Burning of LPG. Yes. Yes, Aryan, Sarah, Judith. No, Judith becomes slow. What happened? Nelly is like he's not ready to give the answer in the chat box. Nelly, what's the answer, Nelly? Yes, very good, Judith. Yes, Nelly. Yes, burning of LPG is what it's a chemical change, right? Yes, next one. Rusting of iron. Rusting of iron. Rusting of iron. Yes, very good, Arish. Judith. Zara. Yes, very good. Rusting of iron is what it's a chemical change because we are getting a new substances form changing color. All these are occurring. That's why it's actually a chemical change. Yes, very good. Next, sharpening a pencil. Sharpening a pencil. Yes, very good. Sharpening. Yes, Arish, Judith. Zara, it's a physical change. Only size is changing, right? When you sharpen a pencil. So it's a physical change. Yes, very good. Then baking a cake. Baking a cake. Huh? Is it Judith? Oh, you make a like a typing mistake? Yes, Aryan, Zara. Yes, Judith. It's a chemical change because when we make our cake, we know it's getting a new product is formed. So it's actually a chemical change. Yes, very good. Melting a wax. Melting wax. Yes, Nelly. Do you have any answer, Nelly?
Then is it chemical?
It's a chemical.
Huh?
Is it? Why you say it as a chemical change, Nelly?
What?
Mm. Why you say it's a chemical change? If you say a chemical or physical change, there should be a reason, right? So why you say it's a chemical change, Nelly?
I think it is.
No, you think it is a chemical change? Why you think it has a chemical change? Okay, muted. Yes, Nelly. Hmm. Yes, please give me the answer, Nelly.
I said chemical change. I'm thinking, I guess I'm not sure.
Anyone can explain it? Aryansh, do you consider it as a chemical change, Aryansh? What's your
No.
answer?
No, ma'am. Melting of a wax, it's like it's a reversible. Plus,
Yes.
there is no new compound or there is no new substance which is formed.
Yes,
If
very
it
good.
is chemical change, we could say that burning of wax, but it's melting of wax, so it's physical change.
Yes, very good. So do you get it, Nelly? So here it's a melting of wax. It's a reversible process, right? Here, no new product is formed. When we melt the wax or wax, we both are getting what it's a chemical properties. Everything is same. No change in its chemical properties. So only its shape is a change. So it is just a physical change. Then next one, ripening of fruits. Ripening of fruits. Yes, very good, Judith. Aryansh. Sarah? Ripening of fruits. It's what? It's a chemical change, right? Because we are getting into a new product as form. So it's just a chemical change, not a physical change. Okay. Next one, breaking a chalk stick. Breaking a chalk. Yes, very good. It is just what's a physical change. When you break a chalk, what is happening? Its size only is changing. No change in what chemical property. Nothing is changed. It's just a size is changing. That's why it's just a physical change. So now I hope for all of you the physical and chemical changes is clear to everyone. Anyone is having any doubts in any of the questions which we have discussed so far? Or any of the topics which we are studying, like in physical and chemical changes, is all the things what we have discussed is clear to everyone? Like it's all about the physical and chemical changes, and we have discussed like a lot many questions, right? So I hope it is clear to now. If anyone asks you about the physical and chemical changes, you can easily give them the answer, I hope, right? Because that many questions we had discussed in today's session. So, if you are not having any doubts, then we can wind up the today's session. I had launched a poll. You can do the poll. So, in next week, we'll be discussing with new topic. So, we can see in the next class, everyone. Bye. I hope the class is clear to everyone. Okay, bye. Okay, then. Bye-bye. Bye, Sarah. Is your confusion everything is over, Sarah? Everything is clear about the physical and chemical changes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay then. Okay, bye, Sarah.